like Adler finally did something right for once. So, big shot. I hear Adler thinks you're good enough to join our crew. You betting your life on that? Because the only way out of our organization is with a warhead up your grab drive. So, before I put you to work, let's get everything out in the open. I don't know if Adler mentioned it, and for his sake, I hope he hasn't. But you aren't about to sign up with any average pirate crew. You're signing up with the Crimson Fleet. That's if you get through this little task I have planned for you. There's a medical supply ship called the Ragana, jumping into Enceladus's orbit. On board that ship, you'll find a traitor named Austin Rake. I want him dead. This job isn't about the loot, but I suppose every dog needs its scraps. Keep whatever worthless junk is on that ship. Just remember, the only thing that matters is that Rake dies. Kill Rake? If you want my advice, there's only one way to... It's done when Rake stops breathing. Head back here when you're finished.
This Neva Mora, her words are measured and carry weight. She is not to be trifled with.
I was afraid
Dad,
of that.
have you ever tried
Look, we're
Aurora?
not built for combat. What is it you want exactly? Oh God, I do not know.
It would be wise for you to take this offer. It shows more mercy than you know.
Well, normally I would say no, but frankly it will be safer for us that way. Alright, you can dock.
Let's cycle that airlock and get aboard.
I am not sure what to make of you being here. If you wanted to kill us, you could have done that from your ship. If you wanted our cargo, we could have jettisoned it. I guess I should just stop talking and let you say your piece. That is true. Which means you don't want somebody to know what you are really up to. Now, do you mind telling us what this is all about? You really do not know which one of us is Rake, do you? And you do not seem to care either, which makes me think you really want to save him. Okay, I have idea. We can... Then, when we dock, we will leave him on the... That is fair. We do not want any part of the fleet. Is that all right with you, Austin?
Do I have a choice?
It does not appear you do. Well then, it is agreed. You go back to your ship, and in case any of your handlers get suspicious, here. We had an This should be proof you were not here to bargain.
So you're the fleet's new dog, huh? If you ever get to the key, you better sleep with one eye open and two.
Thank you for letting us go. I thought we were dead. I can't believe it.
Whew. Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
Hey, my savior. Thanks again.
We're stopping to chat.
Clearance released. Air pressure stable. Thrusters are go. Ready.
Damn mercs just don't know how to take a hit. Hey, what the hell was some target practice?
Target of their shields.
Thanks for the help with the Cliptic. I had it under control, but definitely... Now tell me about the Ragana. Huh. No kidding. That'll make Delgado happy, seeing as our hands are clean. I would have preferred if you hadn't left with... Anyway, you wanted into the Crimson Fleet? Well, you're in. Hope this business with Rakes taught you something. Because I'm about to stick my neck out and vouch for you. If you screw up, and I wind up looking like an asshole, I'm gonna send someone after you. We clear? Yeah? Last person who said that was Rake. So you've already dug yourself a hole about 6 feet deep. And now that you know the deal, it's time to see what you signed up for. I'm gonna upload the coordinates for our headquarters in the Crick system. Spacers call it the key, the fleet calls it home. Head out there as soon as you can. Don't keep me waiting long.
Joining the Crimson Fleet is hardly a cause for celebration. But you have your reasons. So for now, I will allow it.
Any adventure you can fly away from. Is that how the saying goes?
I had a friend on Regana. I hope I'll be able to see him next time we're on shore leave.
Sys-Def Marines are the best of the best.
We're back. Anything to report? We got the message from the Regana about Austin Rick. We had him dropped off at a separate port, off the books. Suffice to say, he's got a lot to answer for. That's something we're looking into, but it doesn't seem like he knows much. For now, we'll keep him in the brig. Perhaps you could... That's a smart line to follow. Part of this role you're playing means having to make hard choices. Just remember not to lose yourself in the part.
We did our best not to cross the line, but the more we do, the more we risk exposing the deception.
Oh, one more thing before we move on. For transparency's sake, you should know we were the ones that hired Ecliptic to attack Neva's ship. There was concern after what happened with the Regana that you might have trouble earning Neva's trust. Coming to her rescue ensured that would not be a problem. Ah, so I take it you have good news. Then it worked. You're in. Sounds like everything is going as expected. Now it's time for the next phase of the mission.
Our intel on Saoirse was correct. After we received reports on your interaction with Adler Kemp, we picked up on your rendezvous with Neva Mora.
Our files indicate she's second in command, so getting on her good side will ensure you get into the Crimson Fleet. A woman has a record that could stretch across Sol and back. She started young as one of Neon's street rats. She's a force to be reckoned with. Yes, you passed your first test and you're still alive. But before we get too confident, that either means she suspects nothing, or she intends to make an example of you later. Just remember, these are ruthless criminals.
And their ruthlessness is only surpassed by their cunning. You should proceed with caution.
So what's next for you on Neva's agenda? Where you'll meet Delgado, no doubt.
Delgado is the leader of the Crimson Fleet. I have a profile here with some information on his background. You'll want to know the individual cadences of every member of the fleet, but Delgado's most of all.
What is there to know? He is pirate scum, like all of them.
Exactly. The Crimson Fleet is not a monolith. Any information you have on its members can only help. In any case, now that you're with the fleet, you'll be operating independently. We will shadow you eventually, but we'll need to maintain our distance for now, especially while you're on the Key. This will also give us time to bolster our defenses, should we need to engage with the fleet in the future.
Sir, on that note, shall we begin implementing the upgrade to our shields?
Immediately, Lieutenant. Notify the engineers and relay the information to the crew. I hope your entry into the fleet has overcome any doubts you may have had regarding your mission. It certainly increased my estimates on success. Keep up the good work.
Things are progressing. We don't have a full map of the fleet's roster. Excellent. The fleet's planning a raid on Hopetown? Okay. I didn't expect them to be so bold, but I suppose desperate times call for desperate measures. Don't worry. I'll circulate the description of this captain to the authorities on Hopetown and make sure they never set foot in that settlement. Find anything else? Okay, fine. 2 reasons. First, Commander Akande's playing this operation extremely close to the vest. Second, this is an undercover mission. Good luck on the Key.
This is just the beginning.
fleet call us sharks. They know what happens when we sleep. I woke up in the middle of the night.
I guess you think I have some sad story to tell? That I met some sick orphans on New Homestead and grew a conscience? Or maybe you're the cynical type, and you think I turned a new leaf because I wanted SysDef to go easy on me. The truth is a bit more complicated. Sure, I got time. You see, at my age, you know who you are. I'd swipe a cred stick for my own mother if it had enough zeros on it. But even in a group of cred-hungry thieves, I do. You finish a job, it's supposed to be done. You get the rush and the relief. But in the fleet, doing the job isn't the hard part. In the fleet, you gotta worry about the guy sleeping next to you. And you gotta wake up the next morning and wonder why your slice is missing and the crumbs... Well, for one, they don't have much in the way of loot, but they're still important to somebody. You can't just blow up one without it showing up on SSNN, or UC Captain getting a 10-inch stack of slates. But more importantly, the pirate code changes depending on who's reciting it. Honest folks, they have a habit of writing their rules down. Why did I join the Regana? Truth is, I put a bigger target on my back. As far as I'm concerned, the brig is the safest place I can be. The second you drag me into some private room, you're basically telling everyone here that I'm...
So, I hear you've been making yourself pretty useful around the ship, Cora.
I have, Dad. I want to be as good a co-pilot for the captain as I am for you.
Well, you're doing a great job, String Bean.
I need to hit the key soon for a resupply.
Get you a new outfit next time we're planetside.
It still fits, Dad. And I love it. Now, a new book.
Time to cycle the airlock and move.
You got your cut. Now get out of my face.
You said the take was 10K, but it was 30. Big difference on 40% of 10 versus 30.
You wanted 4K, you got 4K. Not my problem.
If you're stealing from me, you bet your ass it's your problem.
You kidding me? Way to make a mess in front of my new rook.
Hey, steal from me and get caught? Better off dead.
Sounds like you did the fleet a favor. Now toss this body out of an airlock before it turns into a damn air freshener. The hell took you so long? Forget how to grav jump or something? Please. It'd be one less sloppy rook whose mess I had to clean up. The last thing I need is another Austin Rake getting cold feet. You want to leave the fleet? You pay the price. Not in credits, but in blood. I don't care. Time is money and you've wasted both. That ends today. Clear? But all that aside, you made it. So now, you get to hear a nifty history lesson. Pencils ready? Good. This floating scrap heap you're standing on is called the Key. Used to be an old UC military star station, and now it's the fleet's base of operations. Might look a little beat up on the outside, but we keep it together. You think? And that's only part of it. I'll let Delgado fill you in on the whole story. He tells it better anyway. But I can give you the short version while we walk the station.
It must be very embarrassing for the UC to be in this situation.
Anyway, I'll tell you all about the key. But it's better if I show you too. Follow me. All right. History time. So, the key is in orbit around Suvorov. That's the very same ice ball where the United Colonies built a supermax prison they call the Lock. The UC is so clever. Supermax prison, lock, key. Cute, huh? Now, we've got everything the fleet needs right here. Of course, you've got to pay for it. Remember, on the key, credits are king. What the hell is this?
All right, hang on, Nev. Before you get pissed, I've got my hands full.
Jasmine, sweetie, I'm trying to give a tour here. So you want to tell me why those damn doors are sealed?
It's called a malfunction. You know, that thing I spend most of my day dealing with. Believe me, my people are on it. Have a little faith for once.
Aw. And you, always, Angel. This here's Jasmine. You need anything for your ship, she's got you covered. We'll hit up the depot next since these doors have given out on us. So anyway, we were talking about the Lock. About 100 years ago, the prisoners down there rioted and took over the place. After stealing some ships, they were actually able to make it up here and took over the key.
About time you brought us new blood, neighbor. I was getting tired of trading with the same old faces.
You're just here. Everyone's getting wise to your ridiculous prices, Aludra. Anyway, welcome to the depot, Rook, where you'll be lucky if these blood-sucking leeches don't bleed you completely dry.
Whoa. It's not our fault that people don't appreciate how much it costs to get untraceable merchandise onto the key.
Neva's just whining because she thinks she lost a ton of cash selling us a shipment of gear. She should have done her homework.
Yeah, sure, laugh it up. I'll remember that next time I need something from you cheapskates. Let's move on. Back to my story. After the liberated prisoners
get you set up.
It as a base of operations.
Aye.
And begin.
Well. Neighbor, everyone up. Hey, if you want to... I carry most of the standard. Occasionally, I stock a... Just don't screw me over. Oh, we all have trust issues here. A little advice, Sadiqi? You bleed for the fleet. Anyone who says otherwise is either lying or getting ready to stab you in the back. Well, most people just glaze over and learn the hard way. If your credits are... Need more weapons or ammo? Come see me.
Please, I hope you actually need components. Fine. Not. We're done here? Great. Rook, meet Zuri, queen of the rare exports.
If I don't have it, you don't need it.
Neuroamps, blueprints. Hit her up and she'll take care of you.
Speaking of which, you still owe me for that last purchase, Neva. It's like 5 figures. Don't make me collect it the hard way.
The hard way? Oh no. Rook, protect me from Zuri's vengeance. Enough of the bullshit, Zuri. I'll pay you when I pay you. Deal with it. Got a problem with that? Take it up with the boss. On the right, you've got Bradley from the Trade Authority. Sure you know the deal there. They'll buy pretty much anything, no matter how hot. Then we got our med bay on the left, run by the one and only Samina Misra. Put you up, if you've got the money. We don't run any free clinics up in here, you don't? Okay, this is our final stop. Over there, you've got the Last Nova, where Bog serves watered-down drinks at ridiculously exorbitant prices. And right here is the most important place on the entire station, the Reckoner's Core, run by the incomparable Shinya Voss.
Another new Rook, Neva? I can't believe Delgado still lets you recruit, given what happened with the last one.
You mean Austin Ray? It's been taken care of, all right? I don't like loose ends, and this Rook is the one who tied it off.
Perhaps next time you'll try to be a bit more discerning regarding your choices. It's far more cost-effective.
Yeah, love you too, darling. Anyway, Shinya handles our lifeblood. The money. We call him our Reckoner, but if you ask me, he's actually a pain in the ass.
And Neva will slit your throat if she thinks you'll bleed creds.
Go to hell, boss. Take care of our new friend here, or I'll find a way to pull the pin on that little party popper in your chest. Anyway, Shinya will get you set up in our system. I've got real work to do. Once you're done, head upstairs and I'll introduce you to the boss.
Time for a proper introduction. I am Shinya Voss, the official reckoner for the Crimson Fleet. And since Neva so thoughtfully mentioned it, yes, this is a bomb embedded in my chest. And no, I'll never know the meaning of the word humble. In fact, I find Delgado's idea of a security measure to be quite empowering. Glad you approve. Obviously, betrayal isn't taken lightly around here. Since I oversee the bulk of transactions and maintain all accounts for the fleet, I'm a prime target for information. Should our enemies capture me or I grew any semblance of a moral conscience, you might consider me the greatest threat we have. For Delgado, the bomb grants peace of mind and a certain degree of safety. Essentially, but I sleep soundly knowing I'm one of the few that can piss Delgado off and live. Should I die, all of my knowledge, the accounts, the credits, it would be a mess. He holds the trigger, but we all know that my death cripples. It's why he's the boss. Of course, I'm not the first reckoner to bear a bomb under my ribcage, but now, let me get you set up. Thanks to advanced modifications even Nugent would envy, I can interface directly with our mainframe and the Galbank network. This allows me to move and clean credits faster than no cyber runner. There, you're done. All you need now is Delgado's blessing, and you'll be one of us. None. other than my chest and arm modifications? Is the interview the perfect segue into my... Thanks to our relations with contacts across the galaxy, I've granted you all the necessary permissions to access these listings at any time. Oh, you know, smuggling, piracy, taking things... If Neva's chosen wisely. Now, I believe that covers all I have to say. So you can run along to Delgado. Take the elevator to the upper level. You should.
Alright, listen up. You can all
check out the Reckoner's core. She's a beaut, ain't she?
Have been repaired. Oh, and you're welcome, Nev.
So there I am. UC security on my...
So, looks like we got ourselves a new rook. Once again, I'm Jazz, resident engineer here. Like Neva said, you need ship parts, repairs? I'll hook you up. Neva's the only one who calls me that, amongst other things. To you and everyone else, it's just plain old Jazz. It may not be wider, but it's not on the books, if that's what you're getting at. I can guarantee your ship will be in good. We got the best selection in the settled systems. Illegal, unregistered, recalled. We sell it all. No question. Anything that keeps the UC and Freestar Rangers off your tail is a must-have. Just let me know when you want to talk. Sure. It's not like I'm busy keeping this... Oh, yeah.
those creds ain't gonna steal themselves.
Ah, there's our other new recruit. So, now that we are all here, it's time to get down to business. The two of you are the only rooks that have made the latest cut. The rest, well, let's just say they won't be joining us ever again. Neva's willing to put her neck on the line and vouch for you, which means you've got what it takes to join the Crimson Fleet. You'd better not disappoint, or you'll find yourself answering to me, personally. All right, let's get started here. When you sign up with the Crimson Fleet, you're in it for the long haul. No one quits. No one retires. The only way out is death. You stay loyal or you pay the consequences. Fleet before friends. Fleet before family. Fleet before yourself. Boss. Good. You're getting it already. I like that.
Can we get on with this? I want to get drunk at the last Nova.
I'm impressed. That is the first intelligent thing you have said this entire time, Mathis. Since you two seem so eager to move forward, pack your cold weather gear, Rooks. Where we are going, you're going to need it.
Oh, God, don't tell me you're dragging him down to Suvarall for another one of your little initiation runs. 10 Johns to the surface, 12 dead Rooks. You'd think by now you would have given up on that goddamn campfire story.
Crix's legacy is no story, Neva. We've got fresh eyes in the fleet. And if these two want to impress, they're...
I hope you're right, Dale. That new code we grabbed for the lock cost us a ton of credits.
This initiation, as Neva calls it, is your chance to see where it all began. Crix led the riots that gave birth to the Crimson Fleet. And if his legacy... Through a bit of luck and a hell of a lot of cash, Neva was able to get her hands on an access code to the inside of the lock. This will be the first time someone from the Crimson Fleet has set foot in there for, well, since Crix. It has been frustrating being this close to potential clues, but not being able... Before Crix left the fleet, he left a message talking about a major score. Somewhere down the line, they started calling it Crix's legacy. And everyone who's tried to find it has wound up empty-handed, missing, or dead. If we're gonna beat those odds, we'll first need a...
Dale's leaving out the best part. That this whole... Crix left a lot of big talk on that recording.
Done. When we get our hands on Crix's legacy, the fleet will be operating at a completely different level. Exactly. Okay. And to that end, the next stop is the lock. Since Mathis doesn't have a ship, he's going to ride with me.
Secret compartments on my ship just in case.
I thought Delgado needed you on the planet. Why are you talking to me?
As long as you put the fleet first, we won't have any problems.
Always listen to Delgado. Unless you want to get killed all across the key.
Sis, these were a bunch of mindless morons.
I will never grow weary of seeing places like this.
About time you got here.
I told you you were wasting your time, Del.
Yeah? We will see. And Mathis, I am running things around here, so keep your mouth shut.
Fine.
All right, listen up because I am only going to go through this once. We are here to dig up any info about Grix's legacy. We are not here to scrap for loot. Whatever you pick up, don't think, don't get... If that was supposed to be a joke, I am not laughing.
Don't worry about laughing, Delgado. It'll be a goddamn laugh riot when I split open his head with a crowbar.
All right, that's enough. If either of you want to fly with the Crimson Fleet, when you're on a job, if that doesn't work for you, just say so, and I will leave you on this ice ball without a ship. You will be dead within hours.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's one more thing. Your little friend can tag along until we get to the outer doors of the prison, but I will be damned if I'm letting them inside.
Fine, go on. Leave me. Just be sure and thaw me out when you return.
We have a lot of ground to cover between the landing area and the lock, so...
Yes? Will not be an triumphant.
Here we are. The place where Jasper Grix laid the groundwork for finding the legacy.
Yeah, he needs to get this thing open, like, right now.
Then crank up your suit heat, Mathis, because it's probably not going to get much better once we are inside. All right, let's keep moving. fortune. Let's hope it pays off. And we are in. Let's go. I've been inside this part of the lock. See anything unusual? Call it out. If it's hostile, take it down. Couldn't be simpler.
You see stick down here now?
A couple of hundred at least. Might not look like much.
Much better. Even with the heating on, this place looks like a goddamn dome.
Now you know why the prisoners got fed up and looked to bricks to lead them out of here.
And that's how the Crimson Fleet began. Yeah, we've all heard the story.
It's not a story, Mathis. It's history. Remember that. Now, keep your mouth shut and your eyes open.
Yeah, sure. Must have been awful. Better them than us, though, am I right?
Wait, shut up a second. Did you hear that?
Something's out there.
I bet these things are crawling all over the place.
Yeah, and their buddies probably heard us firing from about a kilometer away. If we weren't on this job with Delgado, I'd drop you for saying that.
Enough already! I should have known better than to bring both of you at the same time. Now let's see. Looks like we are inside some sort of prisoner transfer area. Since you are such good friends, why don't you and Mathis head up to that one?
hear me? Del! Shit. There's no way we're getting through here. Well, this is just great. The hell we supposed... The plan? Who gives a shit about the plan? Let's face it, we're on our own now. Why? Because that's what his loyal little soldiers are supposed... The hell with that. We used this opportunity to take out Delgado, and at the same time, make some serious credits for ourselves. Yeah, we're doing this right now. Or maybe we should wait until the next time we're on an alien world and separated from Delgado by an icefall. Oh, come on. We're just a couple of rooks. When are we ever gonna... Let's pretend for a second Delgado's correct. And there's information here about Crix's legacy. Once we get rid of him, we'll dig up the garbage ourselves and sell... No way. Listen to me. We're going to be handing Neva leadership of the Crimson Fleet on a platter. I mean, come on. I'll bet you a month's share that... Oh, fine. Suit yourself. You know, for a second there, I was almost starting... Now, let's find a way out of here.
Drive me all the way out of A block at this hour.
You know Jasper Crick's over in D block? He's busting out of here, and he wants me to join him.
Crix really thinks he can bust out of the lock? Why the hell am I just hearing about it now?
Crick's only told the few people he trusts. He even told us to keep it to ourselves. We'll cut our throats.
Then why the hell are you telling me?
Come on, I gotta explain this. It's because I like you, Rickard. I want you to come with me. We've been meeting in this storeroom for months to... Well, you know. I was hoping we had something a little more than that.
Is anyone there?
Dan?
Neither of you hear me?
I, didn't know you cared that much. You give me the signal and I'll... Oh, shit. Wait, I forgot to turn off the recording.
Recording? What the hell, Rickard?
You never meet down here this late. I thought you were gonna kill me, right?
Kill you? God, no. I love
Anyone still alive up
right.
there?
You gotta make me
Wait
say it.
to hear back. Answer if you
Sorry,
can.
baby. Here, let me turn this thing off and I'll apologize. Okay?
Use the intercom up there if you can. Is this thing even on? Waiting to hear back. Answer if you can. So the two of you made it, huh? Don't worry, it all goes downhill from here. Now listen up. We have obviously been cut off, so I need you to do two things. First, I want you to keep looking for a way to open the rest of the doors down here. Otherwise, I'm not going anywhere. And second, try and dig up... Yeah? You'd better. And tell Mathis not to get any bright ideas, or I will gut him myself.